There's an elegance and control in the way I keep composed. Like a glass that never trembles, even when it overflows. Every glance is calculated, every move is slow and clean. You can search for imperfection, but you won't find what I mean. Elegance in control, that's the mask I always wear. You might think I have it handled, but there's nothing really there. I don't ask for your attention, I don't need your sympathy. I just make it look like living, while I slowly disagree. I've been close to something real once, close enough to almost stay, but I saw what comes with closeness, so I turned and walked away. Now the quiet feels like safety, like a place I understand, where I don't have to explain why I am the way I am. If I let it slip too far, I'd forget the man I are. Elegance and control is the only way I stand. You see a man who stands composed, with nothing left to prove. But you don't see the things I lost, what I had to lose. Every smile is well placed, every silence has a cost. There's a version of me somewhere that I quietly quietly lost. I'm the man you'll never know, even if you stay. There are places in my mind I won't let you find your way. I don't open, I don't break. I don't ask you to believe. I just give you what you see. And keep the rest with me. There were nights I almost spoke, almost let the truth escape. But I swallowed every sentence before it sealed my fate. Now I walk a little colder, every time I turn away. Adding distance to the silence that I carry every day. If I let you see it all, I'd have nothing left at all. I'm the man you'll never know, and that's how I survive. I don't chase the highs and lows, I don't ride the waves of pain. I just keep a steady rhythm, like a man who's trained to remain. There's a stillness I depend on, like a shield against the fall. If I ever start to feel it, I might lose control of all. Stillness over feeling, that's the trade I chose to make. Better numb than overwhelmed, better whole than wide awake. for something true. I just live inside the quiet, like I've always had to do. There were times I wanted more. There were things I almost tried, but I measured all the outcomes and I let them pass me by. Now the silence feels familiar, like a voice I understand, and I follow where it leads me without needing any plan. If I ever feel too much, I might lose my careful touch. Stillness over feeling is the only way I stand. Everything about me's polished. Every flaw is out of sight. I've been sanding down the edges every single night. There's a memory I revisit, but I never let it stay. I just smooth it into silence, then I turn and walk away, polished like regret. That's the man I've made. Every crack is hidden well. Every truth is gently laid. I don't show where it went wrong. I don't say what I regret. I just carry it with elegance, polished like regret. There were words I didn't answer, There were moments I ignored. Now they linger in the stillness, like a life I can't afford. But I don't chase resolution, I don't question what it meant. There's a calm inside the distance that replaces what was spent. If I faced it face to face, I'd erase this practiced grace, polished like regret, and I'll wear it like a suit. Everything I wear is chosen. Even how I hold my pain. Every step is calculated. Every loss I can contain. There's a shadow stitched inside me, fits me better than my skin. It's the only thing that knows me. It's the only thing that wins. Tailored shadows, custom made for the man that I became. Every scar is well dressed, every truth politely tamed. I don't show what's underneath, I don't tear or rearrange. I just walk within the lines of a life I cannot change. I was softer once before, but the world has its demands. So I traded all my warmth for a pair of steady hands. Now I measure every feeling before I let it breathe. There's no room for hesitation in the life I choose to lead. If I feel too much, I lose. So I cut myself into tailored shadows. That's the truth I never use. can look into my eyes, but you won't see what's inside. There's a language in my silence that I never let you try. Every glance is just a surface, every word is just enough. I've been careful with my meaning, I've been cautious with my trust. Yes, the silence you can't read, a space I never fill. There's 1,000 things beneath it, but I keep them standing still. I don't offer explanation, I don't give away the key. There are parts of me I carry that will never let you see. There were moments I could open, let the truth come into play. But I measured all the damage, and I chose to walk away. Now the quiet feels like structure, like a place I understand. Where I don't have to remember who I was before this man. If you ever read too deep, you might find what I don't keep. It's the silence you can't read, and it's all that's left of me. I don't let the daylight see me, not the man I really am. There's a version kept in shadows that no one understands. Every truth is held in private, every thought is locked away. I've been saving all my honesty for the end of every day, reserved for the dark. That's where I exist, where I don't have to pretend, where I don't have to resist. I don't show you all the fractures, I don't show you all the strain, I just keep it all together, like a gentleman in pain. There were times I needed someone, but I never made the call. I've been better off in silence than depending on it all. Now the quiet feels like shelter, like a place I've always known. And I've learned to build a life here, in a world that's all my own. If I brought it to the light, it would never feel the same. Reserved for the dark, that's where I remain. The rain taps slow on a broken street. Same old bar, same empty seat. Whiskey talks, but I don't reply. Got too much truth I'd rather hide. A worn out coat, a tailored lie, sharp as the pain behind my eyes. They see a man who's in control, but never saw the cracks in soul. I don't scream, I don't bleed out loud, I just walk through every crowd. Silence wears a suit tonight, tie pulled tight, I'm dressed in pride. No one hears what's buried deep in the shadows I still keep. I don't break, I just bend slow, carry things they'll never know. If pain had a face, it looked like mine, but I just smile and sip my wine. Clock strikes 2, but I don't care. Time gave up, I'm still right here. Memories dancing, smoke and flame. Every ghost still knows my name. I lost things I won't confess, love, regret and tenderness. Built these walls so I won't feel, but even steel forgets to heal. No savior comes, no hand to hold, just a heart that's growing cold. Silence wears a suit tonight, polished shoes and empty eyes. Every step a quiet war, every scar I can't ignore. I don't shout, I disappear, drown it all in dust and fear. If truth could talk, it'd bleed in rhyme, but I just drink and kill the time. Maybe I was softer then, before the world made harder men, before the nights got twice as long, before the right all turned to wrong. Now I speak in subtle ways, in quiet looks and smoky haze. 1,000 words I never said still echo loud inside my head. Silence wears a suit so well, you'd never know the private hell. Composed to face a calm disguise, storms don't show behind these eyes. I don't fall, I just stand still, make a peace I never feel. If strength is pain you learn to hide, then I've been strong my whole damn life. So pour it slow and dim the light, let the darkness stay the night. No need to ask if I'm alright. Silence answers every time. Still water on the surface, you'd never know the depth. Calm eyes, steady breathing, hiding every step. There's a fire in the distance, burning slow and low, but no one gets close enough to see it start to glow. Still water, deep fire, that's the man I've become. Cold words, tired desire, and nowhere left to run. I don't show what I carry, I don't ask to be saved, I just live in the silence I've been breaking in slow motion, piece by piece each year. But I learned to make it graceful, make it disappear. So I wear a perfect stillness, like a shield against the truth. Even pain can look like elegance when it's dressed in proof. If you die, you might not rise. There's too much truth beneath these eyes. I just burn when none inquire. A gentleman never breaks, they say. He just folds the pain away. Keeps it pressed beneath his chest, like a secret he won't confess. Polished shoes on shattered ground, lost but never looking down. Every step is calculated, every scar is understated. I don't fall apart in flames, I just fade behind the frame of a man you think you know, but never truly saw. I don't complain, I just learned to live with pain. If strength means silence in the dark, then I've mastered every part. There's a war behind these eyes you won't see through alibis. Every glance is carefully placed, every truth politely erased. Love once tried to make me stay, but I turned and walked away. Not because I didn't care, but weakness had a voice inside. I buried it beneath my pride. A gentleman never breaks, but he bends till he can't stay. I learned the art of not speaking long before I learned to feel. Turned every truth into silence, made every wound conceal. They say a man should be honest, but honesty cuts too deep. So I buried mine in shadows where no one dares to keep. I don't talk about the damage, I don't show what's underneath. I just wear a calm expression while I slowly lose my peace. Every word I never whispered still echoes in my mind. I've perfected not explaining, left the truth somewhere behind. You can look into my eyes, but you won't see what's inside. I've been building quiet prisons just to give my pain a place to hide. Every memory's a ghost that I learned not to chase, but they linger in the silence, written softly on my face. If I spoke, I'd come undone, so I choose to say none. I just master the illusion that I'm doing what I should. I don't react the way I used to. I don't raise my voice at all. There's a discipline in stillness, in refusing just to fall. Every feeling gets filtered through a mind that doesn't bend. I've been building quiet armor that I'll wear until the end, composed to the bone. That's the man I became. Every crack is reinforced, every loss without a name. I don't break in open daylight, I don't bleed where you can see. I just hold it all together like it's second nature to me. There were things I could have held on to. There were words I let go by. Now they linger in the background like a truth I can't deny. But I don't go back and fix it. I don't try to understand. There's a comfort in the distance from the boy I once began. If I ever lose control, I lose everything I hold, composed to the bone. And there's no undoing that. I don't rush into the daylight, I don't chase what fades away. I just move in steady silence, let the night become my place. Every step is weighed and balanced, every risk is understood. I've been walking through the darkness long enough to know it good. Measured steps in the dark, that's how I survive. Never show them where it hurts, never let it come alive. I don't need a guiding hand, I don't need a saving grace. just follow my own shadow at a slow and steady pace. There's a rhythm to the silence that I learned to synchronize. Every breath a quiet promise, every glance a small disguise. I've been close to losing everything, more times than I can count, but I never let it show what that loss was all about. If I fall, I won't be seen. That's the way it's always been. Measured steps in the dark, still I walk, still I endure. There's a storm behind my posture, but you'll never see it break. Every move is calculated, every breath a choice I make. I don't crumble under pressure, I don't let it take control. I just turn the pain to structure, build a fortress from my soul. Composure over chaos, that's the rule I always keep. Even when the night gets heavy, and the silence cuts too deep, I don't beg for understanding, I don't reach for open doors. I just stand where I am standing and endure a little more. I've been losing parts of myself, quietly, piece by piece, trading warmth for self-protection, trading truth for inner peace. If you ask me how I'm doing, I'll just say I'm doing fine. But there's something in the silence that betrays that simple lie. Some men scream, some men run. I just face what I've become. Composure over chaos, You won't see it in my posture. You won't hear it in my tone. But there's something always present that I carry on my own. Every step is slightly heavier than it seems from where you stand. There's a lifetime in the silence, of a quiet, guarded man. It's the weight I never show, the burden I don't name. Every scar is well contained. Every loss without a frame. I don't need to be acknowledged. I don't need to be released. I just live within the pressure. Like it's something I can keep. There were times I almost dropped it, let it fall and let it break. But I tightened up my grip again, for my own control's sake. Now it feels like part of me, like it's always been this way. And I don't remember clearly when it started to decay. If I ever set it down, I might never lift it now. It's the weight I never show, and I'll carry it alone.